With tax season being over, one of the things that we've done at our firm for many good years is doing a beef and bouquet. So in other words, it's a team meeting that we do after tax season to go over the last 2 months and talk about the things that went well as the things that didn't go so well and come up with the solution for all the things that didn't go so well. So whenever we have our team meeting for beef and bouquets, we always kind of tackle a few things right up front. So one of the first things we talk about usually is internal processes, the things that really worked well for the flow, the people coming in, and how we were able to get the work in and out on an efficient basis. And all the things, the flaws of communication or whatever that happened. And it's often an opportunity for everybody to talk about the frustrations with their own tasks and how to get it all running smoothly within the firm. So usually the processes is one of the first things we tackle. And again, we talk about the good, the bad, as to things that went well and things that didn't go so well. The second thing we usually talk about at our beef and bouquet team meeting are client servicing. So in other words, we talk about the things that client raved about. So we usually spend a little bit of our team meeting to talk about the things that the clients seem to really have appreciated about the service we rendered. But then we also talk about all the frustrations that we heard, the complaints that we received, and then we talk about solutions to all the complaints we got. Things that we can do to ensure that next year the experience of dealing with us during tax season is better than the year before. And then finally, the third thing we tackle at the Beef and Bouquet meeting is IT. In other words, everything related to the equipment that we use. Did we have the right equipment? Were the computers working properly? Do we have the right software? We reevaluate the tax software we used, whether or not we're going to use it for one more year or maybe look for a different option for the next tax season. So anything related to computer and equipment used is something we reevaluate, the scanners and all of that. So those are the three topics that we tend to attack. Now, one of the things I think it's important that we do is we talk about as well is the beefs and bouquets. So often people think about all the problems they had, but they don't talk about the things that went well. And I think it's also important we talk about the things that went well, not only for office morale, because we don't want to end the meeting thinking that everything during tax season was bad. So we got to talk about the things that went well as well. And finally, one of the things that I recommend that we do is that you take notes. And what we tend to do is take tons of notes at the Beef and Bouquet meeting that we have after tax season, and then dig up those notes in February just before tax season, and we took a look at all the solutions of all the things that we talked about that didn't go so well and the solutions we had come up with right after tax season, as well as we look at all the things that went well to make sure those are re-implemented and done again this year coming up. So those are things that I think is important, and we believe at our firm that we have all the people at the firm at that meeting, because from top to bottom and at all stages, so whether you're reception or bookkeepers or whatever your role is in tax season, that everybody be in on that meeting and everybody be given an opportunity to voice what they're thinking. And as with every other team meetings, you're always going to find there's a few people who don't talk much. So as a leader of your team, make sure those people who don't speak up much have an opportunity to feel at ease, to feel safe, to speak about their experience in working in this environment during tax season. And then at the end of the meeting, it's not a bad idea to then maybe send an email. What we usually do is send an email saying, here are all the things we talked about, and then inviting everyone to once again share anything that might have been missed at the team meeting simply because they didn't think of it or because they didn't feel at ease in voicing it at the public meeting. So hopefully you'll find this video useful. I think it's something that we've suggested a lot of our firms that I mentor implement, and everyone that I've suggested to implement this found this to be extremely valuable process. So again, if you found this video useful, please subscribe, and please don't be afraid of sharing this video with any other practitioner that you think may find value in listening to.